Corruption has remained a bane to the development of our society. It has affected the country so much that all developmental efforts of past administrations amounts to nothing. Join hands with the anti-graft agencies to stamp out corruption from our system. Good evening and welcome to the program, The Eagle. My name is Aisha Gambari.
And I am Aisha Mohammed. Thank you for making it a date with us on the program.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Lamardi, has reiterated the importance of cooperation in the efforts to stamp out corruption from West Africa. The EFCC boss spoke through the secretary to the commission, Adegboye Garemo, at the closing ceremony of the maiden training program of the National Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa, NASIWA, which held at the EFCC Academy in Karu, Abuja.
Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court Abuja has fixed November 4, 2015 for definite hearing in a 21-count charge of failure to declare assets, obtaining by false pretense, conspiracy and concealing the illicit origin of stolen pension funds to the tune of 18.3 billion naira, brought by the EFCC against Sani Shuaibu Tedi, former Director of Pensions Account, Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation, and 11 others.
And still to come, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is prosecuting the duo of Adebola Adesheye Idowu and Isaiah Kayode Ajishafe before Justice Emil Abimbola of the Oyo State High Court on a 16-count charge bordering on conspiracy, stealing, abuse of office, and contract inflation.
The accused persons are alleged to have connived and used their positions as Executive Director and Chief Accountant, respectively, to defraud their former employer, National Horticultural Research Institute, NIHOT, of various sums of money amounting to over 150 million naira.
Please stay tuned as the program continues shortly. Don't go away.
For me to buy correct motor, for me to take make my dough.
Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Lamardi, has stressed the importance of cooperation in the efforts to stamp out corruption from West Africa. He said this at the closing ceremony of the maiden training of the National Anti-Corruption Institutions in West Africa, NASIWA, which held at the EFCC Academy, Karu, Abuja. Kamilu Gebi has more.
Lamorde emphasized the need for the deepening of the emerging synergy among the countries of the region. He assured that the EFCC will continue to lead the battle on corruption from the front. Participants at the event also shared their view.
Well, I mean, the decision to have EFCC was a very easy one to make. First and foremost, EFCC is one of the oldest anti-corruption institutions we have within the West African region, and that means that a lot of the other anti-corruption agencies have a lot that they can learn from EFCC. Secondly, and maybe even more importantly, EFCC has the academy already in place. You have the infrastructure, you have the training facilities they've conducted. I think the academy has existed for for like 10 years now, and you already have the experience of providing trainings for investigators and other anti-corruption practitioners. So it was just easy to come and sort of like institute the training here.
In my opinion, the aim was achieved very much. In terms of the lectures, the trainers had depth, they had a good practical grasp of the issues that border on corruption. I specifically was trained in investigations and prosecution. I learned many new things, and those things which were not clear to me were clarified, especially in the area of international cooperation and the use of the mutual legal assistance. Our country for now has not got a full-blown case in international corporations, but now we know the issues and the vehicle that should be used in case another country needs our help in the area of law enforcement or judicial proceedings.
Well, to a very large extent, the aim was achieved, but as it is, there's always room for improvement. Other things can always come in later, like there should be more involvement of the EFCC Academy in designing the program next time, because as it stands now, it was mainly NASIWA and partly UNODC who came together to put this. Although the EFCC Academy has some input, but going forward, I think we should have more input.
Yes, the program is very well structured. The content was good, and we've acquired a lot of knowledge, which we'd implement back home when we go to our various countries. And the aim has been achieved, very well achieved.
The truth of the matter is that I think the organizers, NASIWA and UNODC, and with the cooperation of EFCC, they've really succeeded in their intention. Because apart from the camaraderie, the friendly nature of this course, we've learned different experiences, from different countries, and we've known that generally corruption is the same in almost all jurisdictions, but then it manifests itself in different ways.
The commandant of the EFCC Academy, Ayo Olowoniyi, in his vote of thanks, commended the participants for being exceptional in their response to training. He noted that, with the successful conclusion of the program, a vision of many years has become a reality. The closing ceremony ended with a gala night where the participants were treated to a variety of Nigerian cultural dances. In another development, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) is prosecuting the duo of Adebola Adeseye Idowu and Ishaya Kayode Ajisafe before Justice M.L. Abimbola of the Oyo State High Court on 16-count charge bordering on conspiracy, stealing, abuse of office, and contract inflation. The accused persons are alleged to have connived and used their positions as executive director and chief accountant respectively to defraud their former employer, National Horticultural Research Institute (NIHORT), of various sums of money amounting to about 160 million naira. The money was allegedly stolen by siphoning staff arrears during the implementation of 15% increments on consolidated emoluments and illegal deductions of 7.5% as pension fund. The accused persons were said to have also pocketed the sum of 70 million naira purported to be meal subsidy. The accused persons are also alleged to have approved contracts beyond their approving limits. Further investigations revealed that most of the contracts were awarded to companies which never existed. The accused persons pleaded not guilty to all the charges. Justice Abimbola granted the accused persons bail in the sum of 10 million naira each, with one reliable surety in like sum. The case has been adjourned to 10th and 16th of November 2015 for the commencement of trial.
Welcome back. Still on court matters, Justice Gabriel Kolawole of the Federal High Court Abuja has fixed November 4, 2015 for definite hearing in a 21-count charge of failure to declare assets, obtaining by false pretense, conspiracy, and concealing the illicit origin of stolen pension funds brought by the EFCC against Sani Shuaibu Tedi. Golden Argo reports.
The trial judge on October 8, 2015 also advised both the prosecution and defense to exchange all the documents needed to be served to one another at the appropriate addresses before the new adjourned date, as no excuses will be permitted again to extend the trial. The decision of the judge came on the heels of the outcome of the day's sitting. The prosecution could not present its witnesses in court, though they were present in court to testify against the accused persons. The inability to do so was due to the defense counsel's claim that it was not served with a set of bank affidavits and statements of account, which were to be produced in court by the bank officials. However, prosecuting counsel Peter Ezegamba told the court that the defense was served a day before using the address given by the defense, which was within the jurisdiction of the court. He added, and I quote, "The bank statements being requested by the defense had already been front-loaded in the proof of evidence, as the bankers are only here to produce documents and show that the documents were generated from their computer." End of quote. Counsel for Tedi A.S. Akpala claimed that no processes were served on him, as the address the prosecution sent the processes to were not the address he is using in this court proceeding. He argued further that if the case goes on without his team having the processes, they will not have an opportunity for fair hearing. After entertaining the arguments from both counsel, Justice Kolawole fixed November 4, 2015 for definite hearing. The accused persons are alleged to have used the following companies: Gozinda Enterprises, Bashinta Nigeria Limited, Halif Enterprises, Othakat Nigeria Limited, Krasiva Nigeria Limited, Badawulu Ventures Limited, Ebunu Ata Investment, Muha Millennium Motors Limited, and Ribaile Petroleum Limited to steal pension funds. It will be recalled that Tedi's rearrangement by the EFCC followed his application to the Chief Judge through his counsel Sunday I. Ame, SAN, seeking the transfer of the case to another court over an alleged bias of the then trial judge, Justice Ademola Adeniyi. Golden Argo reporting for the Eagle.
What is it? Please, keep to yourself. Chief Urabo, I got a telephone call. Anytime I close my eyes, I see dead people chasing me in my sleep. My Jehovah Magadam. Chief, is it possible for someone to become restless just because of his past? Nevertheless, unless you kill somebody dead, then the spirit will be haunted you. Hey! Was you all contractors? I embezzled all the money for the roads that are now death traps, killing people every day. I approved the supplies of fake drugs on pipe and water. I embezzled the money. I dey fear, Chief. You are supposed to fear, especially now that the people of EFCC are choosing people who are doing to support other people with money. EFCC, as soon as they capture them, straight to prison. Chief, jail. How you are? Life is not just about acquiring wealth, making money. When other people are getting die of hunger and neglect, be careful. EFCC I watch.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Thank you for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, the program you're watching is The Eagle, brought to you by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. In this next report, Olufemi Adeyemi brings you a report on the arrest of one Jonathan Odu for unlawful possession of travelers' cheques. Please stay tuned.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is set to arraign one Jonathan Odu Isikwe for unlawful possession of 448 travelers' cheques. Isikwe was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, during the outward clearance of passengers on a Belgium-bound flight. The case was transferred to the EFCC for further investigation. The 448 travelers' checks recovered from Isikwe were discovered to purportedly belong to 4 banks in America, Europe, and Canada. The banks and the travelers' checks are Gon Nebo Inc., Bank of Nova Scotia, Post Bank Frankfurt, Safe Federal Credit Union, and Royal Bank of Scotland. All the travelers' checks were signed, with some having monetary value written on them. Among the checks belonging to Safe Federal Credit Union, 27 pieces were blank, while 14 pieces of the checks had monetary value worth $322,800. 27 pieces of the travelers' checks belonging to Gun Nebo Canada Inc. were blank, while 90 pieces of the checks had monetary value worth $354,300 Canadian dollars. The suspect, who claims he exports dried fish from Nigeria to Belgium, told investigators that he collected the parcel for onward delivery to a friend without any knowledge of the content. In a related development, the EFCC is investigating the activities of one Pascal Honora Ude. The 34-year-old was arrested for being in possession of 108 pieces of automated teller machine debit cards. The suspect, who claims to be a trader and an undergraduate of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, is a native of Umudim village of Obibi, Ochasiato, in Olu local government area of Imo State. He was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, during the outward clearance of passengers on the Qatar airline flight to China. The suspect alleged that the debit cards were given to him by his business associates to use in China to purchase men's wares. The suspect will be charged to court as soon as investigations are concluded. Olufemi Adeyemi, reporting for the EAGLE.
From that report, we move to the ongoing subsidy trial, where the EFCC has opposed moves by Mahmoud Tukur and 4 other defendants standing trial in a 1.5 billion naira subsidy scam to cause charges preferred against them. Kamali Gebi, once again, has more.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has opposed bids by Mahmoud Tukur and 4 other defendants standing trial in a 1.5 billion naira subsidy scam to quash charges preferred against them. The other defendants in the matter are Ochonogo Alex, Abdullahi Alao and their companies Eterna PLC and Axe Energy. They are standing trial before Justice Lateef Lawal Akapo of a Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja. At the resumed hearing of the matter, EFCC counsel Rotimi Jacobs, SAN, prayed the court not to entertain the submissions of the defense team led by Olaniran Obehe to quash the charges against the accused persons. Rotimi argued that, and I quote, "The issue of prima facie case cannot be raised until the prosecution's case is closed, and that renders their applications premature. Whether the charge was amended or not, the facts and findings are still binding in this case. My submission is that the court should dismiss all applications, and I urge my lord to do so." End of quote. Tukur's counsel, Obehe, alongside Ebum Adegorwa and Aderemi Oguntoye, counsels to Ochonogo and Alao respectively, prayed the court to quash the charges against their clients. Adegorwa had argued that the charges be quashed or alternatively strike out Ochonogo's name from the charge, while Alao's counsel described the charge as incurably cancerous. He prayed the court to discharge and acquit his client. After listening to the arguments and submissions of counsel, Justice Akapo adjourned the matter to November 16, 2015 for ruling. Similarly, the Commission has arraigned Abubakar Ali Peters and his company, Nadabo Energy Limited, before Justice S.S. Ogusanya of the Lagos State High Court Ikeja on a 21-count charge bordering on obtaining money under false pretense, diversion of federal government funds, and forgery. The accused persons allegedly obtained the sum of about 800 million naira from the federal government of Nigeria under the Petroleum Support Fund for the purpose of importing 16 million litres of premium motor spirit (PMS), but fraudulently imported only about 8 million litres and diverted the rest of the product and its proceeds for personal use. Abubakar, 33, is also facing a similar charge brought against him by the EFCC before Justice Balogun of the Lagos State High Court Ikeja. The accused person, as well as his company, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Justice Ogunsanya granted bail to the accused person on the terms earlier offered them by Justice Balogun and adjourned the case to November 12, 2015 for the commencement of trial.
Cheers! Cheers!
What is it? Please, keep to yourself. I got a telephone call.
Anytime I close my eyes, I see dead people chasing me in my sleep.
My Jehovah Magadam.
Is it possible for someone to become restless just because of his past deeds?
Nevertheless, unless you kill somebody dead, then the spirit will be haunted you. Was you all contractors?
I embezzled all the money for the roads that are now death traps, killing people every day. I approved the supplies of fake drugs on pipe on water. I embezzled the money. I dey fear, Chief.
You are supposed to fear, especially now that the people of EFCC are chasing people who are doing to submit other people's money. EFCC, as soon as they capture them, straight to prison. Jail. Life is not just about acquiring wealth, making money. When other people are getting die of hunger and neglect, be careful. EFCC and watch.
EFCC will get you anywhere, anytime.
Thank you, Kamilu, for that report. And that brings us to the end of today's edition of The Eagle. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I implore you to join us again next week, same time and on same station, as we bring you another interesting edition of the program. Please don't forget to send your feedback to us through the Eagle at efccnigeria.org. And if you have missed any part of this program and any other activities of the EFCC, please log on to our YouTube platform on youtube.com/official EFCC.
You can also search for us on Google Plus at official EFCC or official EFCC ng@gmail.com. Don't forget to also like our page on facebook.com/official EFCC or follow us on Twitter @official EFCC. I am Aisha Muhammad, hoping to see you next week, God's willing. Bye-bye.
And I'm Aisha Gambari. Thank you for watching, and God bless Nigeria.